All right, here's our overview from Mission 1, Lesson 19, which is the last lesson in Mission 1. So yes, we're almost through Mission 1. And the objective for this lesson is to create and solve multi-step word problems from given tape diagrams and equations. So usually they give us a problem and we have to come up with a tape diagram and solve. Now they're reversing that on us to see how well we understand, and they're going to give us a tape diagram, and we have to come up with the problem, what the problem should be. Okay. So taking a look at here, the Tower of Power. Okay, it says it might give us this tape diagram. Notice here, this tape diagram shows the weight of rocket ships. Create a word problem to match the tape diagram. Okay, so we see we have the Stardust here. That must be a ship. Must be one of the weight of the rocket ships, which we don't know anything about. We have the Stargazer, which is this tape diagram, which we have 27,828. And then we have this extension piece that makes it match up with the Stardust, which is 12,529. And then the question it's asking, it looks like, what are those two combined? All right. So it says the Stargazer weighs how many kilograms? Well, I can see it tells us right here. That's the Stargazer. It weighs 27,828 kilograms. The Stardust weighs how many kilograms more or less than the Stargazer? So let's just look at it. Which weighs more? Does the Stardust weigh more or does the Stargazer? Well, look at the tape diagram. Which is longer? The Stardust is. That means it weighs more. Okay. How much more? Well, if the Stargazer weighs 27,828, look, it tells us it would take 12,529 more to get it to equal the Stardust. So the Stardust weighs 12,529 more than the Stargazer. It weighs more. Okay. Complete the Wharton problem to represent the unknown. So, if the Stargazer weighs 27,828 kilograms and the Stardust weighs 12,529 kilograms more than the Stargazer, it's asking us how many kilograms less. So these are options. Less does the Stardust weigh? How many kilograms does the Stargazer weigh? Or how many kilograms do the rockets weigh in all? So what is this asking for? Well, look at what it shows us. It has this bracket, and that bracket covers both the Stardust and the Stargazer. So I think, what is that asking for? Well, it's asking for the total of the Stardust and the Stargazer combined, because it's not a bracket just above the Stardust. It wants to know how many kilograms do the rocket ships weigh in all, because notice it's covering both of them, the Stardust and the Stargazer. Okay. So how much do they weigh altogether? Well, this is where I have to figure it out. Okay. So that's where I'm going to draw it out. So I have the Stardust. And we have the Stargazer. Okay. So let's see, 12,529 more, and we knew the Stargazer was 27,828. Okay. So we want to figure out, if we have the Stardust and we have the Stargazer, how much do they weigh in all? Okay, well, what's the first thing we need to do here? We need to figure out how much the Stardust weighs. And how do we figure out how much the Stardust weighs? Well, we take our Stargazer and we have to add on the 12,529. Okay, so Let's change colors here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take 27,828 and we're going to add on 12,529. I'm going to add those. 9 plus 8 is 17. Carry the 1. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus that 1 I carried is 5. 8 plus 5 is 13. I'm going to carry the 1. 7 plus 2 is 9, plus that 1 I carried is 10. Carry the 1. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. 40,357. Now, are we done? We did it. No. I'm trying to trick you. We aren't done yet. Because that just told us how much the stardust weighs. But remember, our problem wants to know the rocket ships weigh how many kilograms altogether. So if we know the Stargazer weighs 27,828, and now we know that the Stardust weighs 40,357, and we want to know how much they weigh together, what do we need to do? That's right. We need to add them. So 40,357 plus 27,828. And I need to add them. 7 plus 8 is 15. Carry the 1. 5 plus 2 is 7, plus that 1 I carried is 8. 3 plus 8 is 11. Carry the 1. Just going to drop my comma. 0 plus 7 is 7, plus 1 that I carried is 8. And 4 plus 2 is 6. 68,185 should be my total for the 2. 68,185. I did it. I did it. And this last part it has me doing, if it's given this equation, 10,186 equals 5,387 plus 3,465 plus h, and remember h is our variable or unknown, which tape diagram represents that equation? Well, we know the total, and we know it has 3 pieces. And we know 2 of the pieces, and one of the pieces we don't know, and that's h. So which one of those shows? These shows 10,186 is the total. Well, this does. And this does. This shows 5,387 as the total, and so we know that's not correct. So I'm going to eliminate that. So we know it's either going to be one of these top 2. And which one shows it divided up into 3 different pieces with 5,387, 3,465, and h. Well, if I look, it looks like this first one. Because the second one only has 2 of the pieces. It forgot to put in the 3,465. So we need this one with all 3 of the pieces. Okay. And now let's create a word problem that matches that. Okay. So at an amusement park there are, and they labeled it for you, how many moon shoes? Well, there are 5,387. And how many silly straws? 3,465. There are a total of how many prizes? Well, we know the total of prizes is 10,186. And we are trying to figure out how many. What are we trying to figure out? What do we know? What's H? Spaghetti hats are at the amusement park. I'm not even sure what exactly a spaghetti hat is. Okay, and now it's asking us, there are how many spaghetti hats at the amusement park? So how do I solve that? Well, I know the total, and I know it's 3 pieces, and I know 2 of the 3 pieces. So what do I need to do? I need to add the 2 pieces I know and subtract it from my total. And that should give me H. All right, so I'm trying to find the spaghetti hat total. And so I know the total, and I know 2 of the 3 pieces. So the first thing I need to do, which we've done before, is add the moon shoes and the silly straws. Okay. I already have that set up here. So I'm going to add those 2. 7 plus 5 is 12. Carry the 1. 8 plus 6 is 14. Plus that 1 I carried is 15. Carry the 1. 3 plus 4 is 7. Plus the 1 I carried is 8. Drop my comma. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8,852. Now, is that my answer? No, because I'm still trying to figure out the spaghetti hats. And so I know those two combined are 8,852, and I know my total, so I have to subtract the 8,852 from my total, which was 10,186. So now I just need to subtract. First of all, let's set it up. Can I subtract 6 minus 2? Yes. Can I subtract 8 minus 5? Yes. Can I subtract 1 minus 8? I cannot. So I have to borrow. I go next door. Can I borrow from 0? I cannot. So then I need to go next door again to the 10,000s place. That 1 becomes a 0. This 0 becomes a 10. Then I need to borrow from it. It becomes a 9. That 1 now, I can add 10 to it, is 11. So now I can solve this. So 6 minus 2 is 4. 8 minus 5 is 3. 11 minus 8 is 3. 9 minus 8 is 1. And 0 minus 0 is 0. It's nothing. 1,334. Should be how many spaghetti hats there are. 1,334. We did it. Nice. So just really have to get yourself organized here. Don't get overwhelmed. You just need to sit for a second when you're given this and think about it.